What makes a movie worth seeing in theaters?
I prefer to see almost every movie in a movie theater.
Certain feel with everybody there, strangers all feeling the same thing at the same time that's appealing.
Nowadays, movies have the visual effect, okay? So the bigger the screen, the better.
Special effects make a movie worth seeing.
In the beginning, it was a big speaker hanging up on the front of the screen, black and white movies. Things changed, and in the 60s, you started seeing horror movies and westerns and all the good movies.
In the 70s, you started having movies that really the first modern blockbusters. And Jaws is often credited as being the real first one, and Star Wars came along a little bit after that.
Star Wars in the early episodes of Empire Strikes Back, it was definitely cutting edge as far as technology and what it had to provide for the moviegoer. We were definitely entertained.
I think what has been happening really ever since the days of Star Wars, there's been a more of an emphasis on special effects. Special effects have always been a part of movie making. Movies are all about illusion. And so from the earliest days, there were always special effects. And if you look at some of the, very early silent comedies with Buster Keaton or Charlie Chaplin, yeah, there are real stunts that those guys did, but there are also special effects.
People like to be entertained. They don't like to get a message.
I like the big screen. I like the detail, the visual detail you get. I like the scale of it. It's the different, seeing a movie in the theater is like seeing a painting in an art gallery.
Big blockbuster that's just big action, cars flying all over the place. That's always best at the movie theater.
Personally, I love to see something big, spectacular film there, some action film or some horror film or something like that. Those are the kind of films you almost have to go to a theater to enjoy because they're very conducive to that. You're not going to get that same experience watching it on a small screen.
The more visually spectacular the movie is, the worse it is to see it on a smaller screen.
The big screen, the people coming out, you're there with the people that enjoy the same kind of movies. You get to share the experience, and something that's at heart for me, which is really something that's changed in a long time. When I first started going to movies, at the end of the movie, everybody would applaud. They would show their appreciation. You don't see that anymore.
I see the movie-going experience going home. Bigger screens. I mean, for a couple $1,000s, you can get an incredible viewing experience, and you just got to wait a couple of months for it to come out on DVD and with HD and Blu-ray. Why go put up with all the crap you got to it at a movie theater if you can see it better at home?
But typically blockbusters, when they're just following, when you get the second and 9th and 10th and 15th sequel of something, they're just reinventing, they're just re-coming out with the same type of thing, re-putting out the same formula. And I think that people are sick of that.
To go to a theater now is kind of a pain, and there's parking and driving, and you can't get out of the theater a movie theater for under 40 bucks.
When I think about the movies, I think there will always be movie theaters. Kind of in the same way there will always be bars. You can buy a bottle and drink it at home, but for some reason people want to go out to a bar sometimes. It's kind of a social experience. I think there'll always be theaters, but I think they're going to have to fight harder and harder to maintain their market share.